We made it to the Petroleum Museum here in Midland.
Permian Basin Petroleum Museum.
You can learn all about oil and gas. And
which is just right, because we're living here, so we should know what this place produces.
Again, understand the whole of why there's so many millions of pipes under us right now and all the fun stuff. So it looks like the outdoor exhibits. The question is, as we see like that they have actual like the derricks and everything, it's like, are they actually producing oil right now on this property?
Oh.
I'm curious, but they got like a whole lot of outdoor exhibits here as well too. But we'll go check out the museum inside, cool off, and then come out and check out what's all around. Because
yeah, they have a lot of little things. Like they took a lot to make this place nice, and you have oil derricks almost everywhere in the cement even.
Yeah, even up there again.
And you have them right here.
Yeah.
So they took a lot of planning into this.
A lot of money. A lot of money probably went into this.
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
Step back in time over 250 million years ago, when this area was the Permian Sea. Watch the geologic history of how the Permian Basin was formed. Microscopic viewers tell the story of the formation of oil from microscopic creatures.
We got here apparently at the right time because we were looking at the admission price, and I knew there was a mission, but it was like
$12 is regular admission
per person. Price. She goes, "Oh, it's only $2." I was like, "Wait, what?"
And then there was a sign saying it was like the second Saturday of every month is retro, like Saturday.
We time out these things just perfectly of like these moments on our trips where it's like, oh, yes, that worked. So you got a little diorama here, but yeah, again, what it looked like and
when it was, you know,
also too, this is
the sea.
Yeah, and also too, again, there's a big old crater outside of town as well too. So
yeah,
this area has seen it all.
Yep. Oh yeah, there's the myth thing.
Yeah. So we step back in time.
That's actually pretty cool.
265 million years ago. Like that's my like great uncle. I like the theming here.
You got your fossils.
Reminds me of going like all the aquariums that we've been to.
Yeah.
First ray fin fish. That's really cool. Oh. I wonder if we have to go under there.
Each diatom is enclosed within gelatinous cell walls containing silica. Millions and layers of mud.
You want the tall one?
Yeah, probably the tall one. That hurts.
Combined with incredible heat, caused various chemical reactions, which transform the diatoms into oil and natural gas.
That makes sense. You see the jellyfish up there?
Yeah.
Nope, I guess we're going underground. From the seabed.
Yeah, so it's just another...
Just angle of it.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's a nice diorama.
Yeah.
Probably took a ton of time to build.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little things in there.
It says around 270 million years ago, the Permian Basin was covered by sea and full of life. Can you find these animals living in the reef? So like in there?
Yeah, so you have the fishies.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Fish there.
There's a squid up there.
Oh, yeah. We saw the jellyfish over there.
There's a
it's hard to believe
cuttlefish.
It is hard to believe because again, it's just desert and there's no life here.
Yeah.
But again, there was water here.
Yeah.
It's the same with like Wyoming and stuff. Yeah.
And back through the little tunnel.
Good for my back, but we're making it. It's SpongeBob's ancestors. Did you see all like the time frames? Apparently, there's a Pennsylvanian, Mississippian, Upper Permian. Oh, so like, okay, it's like all the different like rock.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, Mississippian there. Where's this? It's Simpson, like Homer. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So that's where, I guess, Midland existed. Basic diagrams of just like what you can encounter oil-wise.
Yeah.
Midland even before oil. I would assume before reading this, that again, I would assume it's a cattle town.
Yeah.
Because what else are you doing here?
Yeah.
Before oil. Yeah. American Indian trails and cattle trails across the region. Got some longhorn steers and all that.
Yeah.
That's crazy to see the old like oil tankers. Live like the pioneers did.
Yeah.
With all that.
This is a cool diagram.
Wooden cable tool rig. That reminds me of like the rigging that we used to go down into the gold mine.
Yeah.
There in Colorado.
I will say, old gas pumps looked way cooler.
Oh yeah, because again you had like all that at the top.
Yeah. They had some style to them back then.
Yeah. Now it's just square pieces of just metal.
Yeah.
The red bed map. It says this map, drawn by geologist O.C. Harper in 1924, is one of the most significant pieces of geological evaluation ever done in the United States. Kind of determining like where it all kind of flows. Yeah.
Little dioramas are really cool. Just imagining that on a large scale of how, you know.
Well, they probably, like you said, they probably have it outside.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hope I see flashing. The old time oil truck.
Yeah, that's cool.
A dowel.
Wow.
That's a big pipe right there.
Yep. It's crazy that it was made out of wood.
Yeah.
Like, when we think of piping, we always think of like metal and or plastic, but.
Easy. Ah. Boomtown.
Look at that size of that.
Rotary disc bit.
Yeah, imagine those spinning.
I was gonna say, what is this? It says it's typically used for drilling into soft formations. This disc bit would also use to clean the wellbore before running casing.
Yeah.
It is a you can't touch, so it's like.
We still have to go in that little room.
Oh, a dress shop. There you go. Could you rock that?
No.
Or the hat?
The hat, maybe.
The old like 1920s like
Yeah, flapper.
flapper hat, yeah.
What else? Saddles.
Of course, you gotta have your saddles.
Yeah.
Your lady side saddle.
I hate riding side saddle.
Why?
It's not comfortable. It's not natural.
Okay, so back in the day, they would wash their laundry in this one over here, and they would scrub it, and then they would put
It was just artifacts from the time.
Yeah.
and they would put it in that.
Good old yarn sewing
I kind of want that. Imagine the waffles out of that.
griddle. Yeah.
And they'll bring out
Got your old toys.
so whenever they would
Yeah.
clean up their clothes, they weren't so
It's funny to think that like all these artifacts are again now becoming like again people want to buy them. And,
Yeah.
Again, you know, obviously with antiquing, but that's starting to get like really popular as a find. Because again, the thing
like
about it
doll
is,
furniture from back then.
yeah.
Probably encrusted in lead paint.
Oh yeah.
Killed a few brain cells of some children back in the day.
Well, that or either again with what a lot of the China was
Lead?
No, like uranium.
Oh yeah, the glass, the uranium glass. That's something people go looking for in thrift stores all the time now. Is uranium glass.
I like the revolver.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Some good old spurs. What I was saying about the antiquing though, it's like a lot of folks are again realizing that again, a lot of stuff back then was made to last.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all this. Again, even that revolver looks, obviously it's probably been polished and everything.
Cleaned and everything.
It looks brand new. Irons. Old scale. Got your wash basins.
Yep.
Ooh, I didn't see all this. You got rifles. Cool. How do you like living in the 1920s in Midland, Odessa?
I could.
It's probably like the same lifestyle again where we were in
Wyoming, yeah.
Laramie or Cheyenne.
Yeah. I mean, you just have to know how to do a bunch of stuff by hand.
Didn't even see very quickly. We'll go back around. The old Wonder Bread ad.
Yep. Like really, all the gas pumps were so cool looking. Like,
Plus the neon. They all had like neon signs.
yeah.
I
Like,
live in that area because this is the 40s now.
yeah. But that,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's cool,
they
like-
looked really cool.
Yeah.
They had some style, and I mean, they probably didn't think it looked cool. It was just another.
I'm not a handyman, but again, I would love to have something like that, like, or either that big old neon. See the old gas meters?
Yeah.
Granted, they're kind of the same design now, but
Yeah. Look at these bits. Those are scary.
gotta get through it somehow. Gotta get through all that rock.
Yeah.
The old Texaco. Oh, so it gives you like how you would fill up, or like how it would get all. So a plane table. Oh, to like scout, yeah. A magnetometer. Let's see, that is a wet test meter. Interesting. Another Texaco. They definitely like the Wonder Bread out here. Bread, 20 cents. Again, all those prices are just so interesting to see.
Right.
Cheese. Chicken. I feel like butter hasn't really changed. It's like, but yeah,
It depends on how much butter you're talking about.
that's true. That's probably like a pound of butter for like 75 cents.
Yeah. Explosives.
Oil well explosives, yeah.
That's cool.
You see the other pipes, or at least pumps here.
Yeah.
This is all 1940s, and then you're kind of moving into
We have the 40s. And then over here you're getting into 53,
yeah,
50s.
Eisenhower, Little Richard, it's Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
I like some of this artwork as well too.
Yeah.
And one of the oil rigging. There's just so much to look at. It's all very cool.
Yes. Meters.
Dynalog dynameter. The dynameter was used to diagnose problems in rod pumping systems. Liquid gravimeter, used to accurately measure density, specific gravity of a flowing liquid.
This echometer.
It's crazy to think of all the technology you had to develop to think of like all this stuff of like, again.
Well, it
liquids.
says constant innovation and technical advances in exploration, extraction, and recovery have allowed supply to keep pace with demand. So it's like basically they just had to keep coming up with new things to
Well, yeah.
keep it going. Look at all the old TV monitors. That's cool.
Out of all these, I kind of like that one.
Kind of, yeah,
Yeah.
they're very like Jetsons looking.
Yeah. Because that's a Zenith, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, an old rotary phone. I feel like that's exact like one my grandma had.
We may be millennials, but I still know how to use it.
I know how to use it. As a kid, I had to be shown how to use it, but
Fiscal responsibility. She didn't take on debt when times were good, and that allowed Robinson Drilling to survive during downturns in the oil business. But Myra also made sure the company kept up with changing
so
technology.
again, we're kind of going like in the 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
3D seismic analysis. In 2005, under Myra's leadership and willingness to adapt to change, the company had drilled more than 50
Did you see this? That it can talk about how big the Permian Basin oil field is. It says it's really big, and it's produced more oil than any other oil field in the U.S. Until large oil fields were discovered in the Middle East, it was the largest oil field in the world. Its tremendous resources make it nationally and internationally important. It's surprising because again, it's not a big metropolitan area. I'm surprised that it is, and I'm surprised also too. You can see it in Midland that again, there's a lot of money into it, but Odessa doesn't really benefit on it.
But it's one of those things, though. It's also just very blue collar people. You come here to work. You don't come here to see the sights. You don't come here to, And the more they build on it, probably the less like it would be helpful for the workers, and
They go through a boom now with oil going up again.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people moving here from different places, being like, "Well, that's what they're here for, oil."
Yeah. Sinclair, which again I think is originally from or developed in Sinclair, Wyoming.
Yeah.
Because I think that's one of their bigger. I think that's their biggest refineries there, in between like that and Rawlins.
It's crazy, like the timelines.
Well, again, you got like all the like here 1870 with Rockefeller with Standard Oil, where they made their millions and billions.
Yeah. And they all lead up to where the companies ended up here. Like ConocoPhillips, BP, Exxon, Mobil, Shell, Chevron.
Because, yeah, ExxonMobil is Standard Oil, Chevron, Shell. Yeah, Standard Oil ended up becoming Exxon. Oh, did you see all the magazines around us?
Mm-hmm.
I like that from Newsweek. Over a barrel. America strikes oil with fracking. Let's see what
The end of cheap oil, June 2004.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's probably around the time frame when it was still like under $2.
Yeah.
Granted, I saw under $2 gas. I think it was like first year of like the Trump presidency in Wyoming. It was like $1.90 something. But I don't think it ever will be under $2 ever again.
No. I also think it's really cool that
we
they
will
have
never run out of oil.
I think it's really cool. A lot of these have like interactive.
Oh, there's a first commercial well in the U.S. drilled in Pennsylvania, apparently.
Yeah.
Which again makes sense. We see a lot of Pennsylvania plates out
And then
here.
you just, yeah.
The Golden Spike, John D. Rockefeller, which again he's got a national park in Wyoming.
Yep. National Park created. But yeah, it's really cool that these are really interactive.
State geologist of Pennsylvania declares that the United States has only enough oil to last 4 years. That was 1874. And look how long it's lasted. Go to like the 1970s, 60s or 70s with Jimmy Carter, where again they have the there's a lot of history here. Yeah, there's a lot. If you spent your time, again, you could probably go through all this and learn quite a bit.
And I was gonna say, like, I do like museums like this. There's like, you can spend a couple hours here and see some cool things, but at the same time, like, you could probably come back here every day and still learn something.
I like as you're scrolling by, there's been a couple notes that have said, like, if you go back like a couple slides, there. Experts declare that the world has 51 billion barrels of crude oil left. That's 1944, and we're still going with oil. And countries are still finding, like...
U.S. oil production from conventional sources will peak between 1965 and 1970.
Which, again, it kind of did, because, again, you had the gas crisis around that time frame.
69, state of Oklahoma is estimated to have 125 million barrels of oil left in the ground. Limit
But,
growth.
like, in between here is, like, the gas crisis, which, again, I forget. I think it's in the 70s. Like mid-70s.
We will run out by 1990. That was the year we were born, and we're now 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep on going.
Like I said, you could probably come back here every day and learn something new. Like you could, I could
There's so
probably
many points on here.
spend
Well,
days.
actually, the cars. So again, the cars are just showing how many registered vehicles. I'm assuming in the U.S.
Yeah, and then
Twitter
was
is
great, just
great.
little, yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
So it's discovered. Okay. Oh, so yeah. So again, we're still discovering oil fields, and that was 2007.
Yeah. So yeah, the little bullet points are like the registered vehicles, and then whatever's going on in the world at the time.
Scroll over to today. Oh, and also too shows you again production, U.S. oil production. So again, it dipped down, and then now you can see it's ramping up
So
to.
it goes on to
2014.
2014, and there are. Oh, it's very sensitive.
257 million.
Yeah.
Which again, I would assume is in America.
But yeah. But it's really cool how interactive all of this stuff is, and you could learn a lot if you just took the time to read everything.
Yeah. So they got, again, as we've seen, they have a bunch of art installations of, again, people building up like replicas. like an old west like oil rig. More Wonder Bread.
That's what I was gonna, yeah.
But yeah, there it is, gas for $1.75. So again, you're kind of moving into like the 70s, 80s, where again now we went to like just good old standard boxy.
And I said they
pumps.
I mean, they're probably more efficient, but they just don't look as cool.
Yeah, they suck. The new bit. That apparently weighs 140 pounds. That does not look like it's 140 pounds, but
I can imagine it.
Teams are being assembled in a race against the clock.
This kind of reminds me of the Science Museum in
Chicago. Yeah.
I mean, this is just oil.
Yeah.
But it definitely has that feel of like.
well, there's like interactive, like there's like it looks like there's something to go in and experience. There's theaters.
Wallhead, assembly, and Christmas tree.
Christmas tree.
Well, because it looks like a Christmas tree.
Huh. All the tanker ships and whatnot.
This is really cool.
Ooh, yeah. Looks like that's made out of like crystal. Oh, that's presented for like the CEO, chairman of the board. Wow, that's.
Jesus.
I'd love to have that on my desk. Like I said, don't care, don't really, or at least, again, I use oil,
For
we
gas.
use oil all the time, but again, I'm not in the industry. I would love to have that. That's beautiful.
Yeah. They have like a little kiddie play place for if you want to go, like the kids.
You
Interact.
need to go play.
I mean, I'm tall, I'm short enough.
That's true. You can fit in that car.
Maybe not.
Let's see, this is supplemental energy. Oh, so again, new age like energy.
Yeah.
So
Solar,
geothermal, solar, hydropower, yeah.
wind, nuclear.
Soon enough, we'll move to nuclear. That's what they're doing in Wyoming.
Yeah.
Building all those nuclear power plants. Coal. Coal, which again we're very familiar with. That's big in our state.
Yeah.
A global search. Let's see what this does. Oh, you can play the game. Go to Saudi Arabia. According to OPEC, Saudi Arabia possesses 18% of the world's proven petroleum reserves and is the largest exporter of petroleum. Good for them. You should play the game, yeah.
Welcome to Global Search, the goal of which is to drill a successful and profitable well within your budget. You have $20 million to invest. In order to make this good investment, you must find and decide where oil and gas are located. Choose the method you want to use, choose where to search, choose the depth you want to drill.
All right. Where are you going to start? You just learned one fact.
Well, let's go to Saudi Arabia.
Vertical well or horizontal?
Horizontal well. Let's do a vertical. And
How far? Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, 20 million. So how deep? So there it goes. Oh, political risk.
The risk is broken out in close drilling site. We either need to hire more security or abandon the well.
Drill, baby, drill.
Don't quote that man.
Oh, so okay, and it gives you like, so you have 18.5. You cost you. Wait, what?
Congratulations, your search for oil was a big success and very profitable. You choose the right area for exploration and you will have learned. So you earned over 0.18 million.
That's it?
Apparently it was a success.
All right, let me try. So you went Saudi Arabia.
I went Saudi Arabia.
I'm gonna go USA.
Okay.
I'm gonna do horizontal well. Let's go big or go home. So I went with 15 million. But yeah, nicely done. Look at that, I made 14 million.
Well, because you chose America.
Yeah. USA. I made money. That's kind of fun.
That is fun.
Ooh, bubbly. What is this for?
I feel like if you were in charge of decorating our home, we'd have shit like this.
That's cool, though. Is that not?
This is very like Austin Powers, like 1970s. You'd have
it's
it backlit and
it's
everything.
bubbly water. It's really cool. How much does a barrel of oil cost? Oh, to like again with like political unrest, yeah. So peace in the world, yeah. Put it like peace, like we found peace everywhere. What was I gonna say? Oh, it shows it. Okay, so like if you drop that down, barrel goes down to 155. It goes up to 180 per barrel.
Okay, natural disasters.
All right, still at 180. If there is no natural disasters, 155. It'll go back up. Yep. New
Well,
technologies.
that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn everything down.
Global economy and taxes and regulations.
So if
All right,
everything was
50
perfect,
53. I wouldn't say
$53.
perfect because again, global economy you tanked.
Well, I'm just saying, everything's at the like lowest level.
Okay.
Everything lowest level, and then we're just going to go the other way.
Taxes bring you up to 79. Global economy really shot it up. Oh, whatever you did there, new technologies brought it down. Natural disasters brought it up, and then political unrest. So again, your max is 155 with everything.
Yeah.
So like, but if you like with the global economy, if you tank that, yeah, that really shot it down.
Yeah. I really like how interactive all this stuff is. New technologies. If there's no new technologies,
So if we were using like goats to transport.
But yeah, I like how interactive everything is.
Yeah. I can't help that it also do again. It is like a interactive, and you can touch like some of the stuff.
You can touch most of the stuff in here.
Yeah. Permeability in rocks is typically measured in millidarcies.
Yeah.
The best conventional oil and gas reserves are in rock that measure several hundred millidarcies and permeability or more.
So yeah, you can see the difference between.
Oh, like yeah.
So like if you turn around, that literally just goes straight down, and then this is just taking forever.
Slow, yeah. Yeah. So spin the wheel and learn more.
Hundreds of millions of years ago, the Earth's surface looked different. Continent shapes as we know them today.
Magnetism and gravity play an effect.
Was covered with much more water. During this time, sea life.
So magnetic surveys use sensors on small aircraft or helicopters which fly over the survey area. They log tiny changes in the Earth's magnetic field because of the rock structures below. So there's like your new technologies that get used like that to determine. Then dealing through all the San Andreas, Ellenberger.
This is cool rock. Look at that. Castile. That's really cool.
I like the Three Rivers. That's interesting. Ooh, get the vibe.
I was like, this is cool.
All right, I need to try. On the Cosmic. Oh, it's an earthquake. Is that what it's supposed to be like? Again, like the drilling, maybe? Like what you'd feel as you're drilling? Just as like seismic
similar to
wave.
a seismic wave. I don't know.
It was fun.
Well, it says, hold on, I'm curious. Ooh, oh, if you hold the rail, it's worse. Whoa.
All right, you're having too much fun. Oh, here you go. You can lift and drop the rod to create it and see a seismic wave. What?
What?
Oh, there he goes. You gotta wait for it to like reset.
Oh.
There you go. Unless it's like, I don't know.
I don't know. I like that one better. That one was cool.
Seismic reflection has been used in the exploration for oil and gas since the early 1920s. Those early images were in
I like the old, like,
two dimensions
cartoony
or
style.
2D, much like a map. 3D seismic technology, first developed in the 1980s and aided by advances in computers and data analysis, creates a much more detailed picture of what's under our feet. The data cube it creates...
Yeah, I have a
covers
feeling
just
that
about
like to
any
determine
area
where
on the
oil
surface
pockets
of the
are
Earth.
isn't probably all that difficult nowadays,
Yeah.
just with technology.
20,000 feet. This survey has located a fault.
We're like back in the early 19 or like late 1800s and early 1900s. That again, it was
Today,
probably
most wells
like
need to be fractured to get oil and natural gas flowing. The rock is fractured by pumping fluid, either water-based or gel-like, down the well bore. The pressure.
okay, you just skimmed it.
I did just skim it.
Does that remind you of anything?
Yeah, octopus.
Oh, and it goes right. Oh, watch it go in the water. I don't know if we can show this. What? It's a long, hard thing going into something wet. And it made a force, an explosion. Oil's dirty. Ooh, here we go. Risk and reward. We're gonna chase paces. Will your investment pay? Let's see. The last time you made only point. Again, you didn't even make $1 million. Low, moderate, or very high. Oh, so again, they have like the big diagram here. What'd you go with? The low?
Moderate.
Moderate? Uh-oh. The petroleum engineers say that our drill cuttings are revealing a show of oil at 5,000 feet. Let's make a note of this as we continue to drill. Uh-oh. They broke down on it. Oops. The manufacturer of the oil well casing pipe has too many orders. They're taking care of their big customers first, so our order will be delayed by weeks unless we pay a premium. Delay will cost us $300,000. Premium costs just paying the premium. Oh, you lost money. All right, let's try. All right, so you went moderate.
Yeah.
Vertical depths about so it's like
Yeah.
estimate time to recover investment is 8 years, 18 months. We're gonna go big.
You always go big.
Let's go to the very high. I feel like it's gonna break down like right here. Oh. Petroleum engineers say that our drill. Okay, so 5,000 feet. Okay. Still going. Oh. They ran out of frac sand. The availability of the sand is a real problem in the region. Some turn to suppliers from China, but that's no guarantee of supply. Another solution would be to buy our own mine and never be caught short like this again. You share the purchase price would require an additional investment of $1 million. Yeah, we don't need China. We're doing it. Yeah. It might have been good investment if the price of oil had stayed high. Instead, the price of oil fell, production slowed, and so did the need for that sand. Ooh. You lost a major portion of your investment. That's the nature of oil and natural gases. Either way, it seems like we lose.
Yep.
So
That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
You have to know when to run and when to stay.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, you just got more bits. Cap rock.
I think Lego should come out with like a Lego
they
oil
probably
thing.
already have.
Maybe I haven't seen it.
You got a logging tool here.
Jeez.
Look at all that analysis.
Yeah.
To the foreign eye, it's just like,
It's
it
squiggles.
kind of looks like a seismograph,
Yeah.
which again probably is what it is, where it's like, oh, again, here's like a dense rock or something. All right. So what? Oh.
It's where where they are. So there's one
Eastern
in
Shelf and Northwest.
1923, 1930,
Oh, and it shows you also the total rig. So
Yeah.
again, at that time, 66.
1950.
Oh wow. It like really grew.
331, 1980,
And 1,000.
and today.
Wait, what? So,
It went down.
wonder why.
That's crazy.
A Denver unit. Life of a reservoir, the Denver unit. So it says the Denver unit is part of the Wasson Field of the Permian Basin, is located in Gaines in Yoakum County, Texas. Began primary production in 1939 and was made a unit from individual leases in 1964. The field is now in its
Tertiary.
Phase of production thanks to enhanced oil recovery methods, which have been employed since 1980s. In addition, advances in technology should keep this field in production for many years to come.
So yeah, primary, secondary, tertiary.
And future.
There's no button for the future.
No. Can we get it all the oil out? Who knows? We'll just suck the planet dry. Oh, here you go. Well, I still have a job if the oil runs out.
This isn't going to happen anytime soon.
It didn't answer the question of will I. Again, it didn't ask the question if oil runs out, will I have a job?
Well, it answered the question based on oil not running out.
Nah.
What are the most important things to remember for a job interview? Look the part, be prepared. Research everything, know the company goals and culture, facts and figures, and ask the questions, show your interest.
What is this, like the Indeed Museum? Ooh, can we take this home? That's a big bit.
Oh, here's the fracking arm. I didn't see that on the side when we did the fracking.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay.
Like I said, it reminds me of
that's
like an octopus tentacle.
Yeah.
All the little suction cups.
So, interesting. Here's all your petroleum products, like Play-Doh, Barbasol,
Soap.
hangers.
Hey,
football.
I have one of the chapsticks. It's in the case.
Now, look at you supporting oil.
I don't think we
Greta-
could
Greta,
live a
this is
life
all
not
supporting
supporting
oil, too.
I was gonna say I don't think we could live a life not supporting oil.
Exactly.
Unless we were like homesteaders, but even then.
Wearing like twig sandals or something like
Yeah.
that.
Contains a complex mix of gases and natural gas liquids, along with oil, residues, and many other compounds.
So this is where there's a bunch of these around. So you go and learn about different people.
I'm assuming all just like who.
It
Yeah.
just tells you where they're from and
Hi, my name is
Oh.
John Turo, and I'm a landman here in Midland, Texas. One thing that I love about this industry is the passion of the people in this business. One guy named Ray Peterson is a perfect example of that. Ray started his own drilling company in the 1980s during the bust, and he kept going for 17 years and finally sold his company, but decided to come back into the business because he was so passionate about it. And it's folks like Ray.
No, you don't want to learn about Ray Peterson?
mostly I just don't like the. I mean,
Yeah.
they get real people to do these things, but
Yeah.
he seemed very, I don't know,
To be honest,
zombie-ish.
yeah. To be honest, do I care who like some of the big wigs are
Yeah.
in the oil fields? Not really.
Yeah.
So it's kind of modern day of just like, okay, contractor, engineer, marketer, geomodeler, who all works in the oil fields.
Yeah.
Ooh, they have an art gallery. Ooh. Before we go to the art gallery, I see this.
That's cool.
Little
Then we're
formula
gonna
car.
we're gonna go in there because it has.
Yeah, let's do, yeah. The art gallery will be here. We'll get into the cars. Can I drive that?
Huh?
Can I drive that? Could that be my new car? I'll
No.
trade in the Kia.
No. All the different.
You smell that? It smells like rubber. It smells like.
It does.
Yeah.
It's for the ambiance.
Yeah. The cars, so did you see this? The cars in the gallery are equipped with alarms. These one-of-a-kind vehicles should not be touched. That looks like it's being touched, but maybe that's just like a demo.
Well, that one's the only one that doesn't have a rope around it.
Rope around,
So I think it is interactive. You can sit in the car, Nick. You can sit in the car.
Some gauges for everything. Again, it's crazy to think that this technology existed like how many years ago. Now we have like all those like F1 cars that again are like so advanced. Does it work? Nope. I don't know what the fan did.
Watch the car grip the road when the fans are turned on. The fans suck air from underneath the car, creating a zone of lower air pressure.
So you gotta press it for 3 seconds.
Oh, I have to.
Kind of seems like it does like slow down.
All right, interesting. Watch the scale to see how angle of wind affects the car. The tilted wing transfers downforce directly to the rear wheel hubs of the car.
So it looks like the airflow was already going, because again you have that going. Oh yeah, so more downforce, less downforce. So basically it's like as you're going at speeds that again to keep your car on the ground.
Huh, cool.
Yeah. Well, again, you see that with a lot of cars that again have the spoilers. And yeah, here's your. That's the rubber that we're smelling. Oh, there you see like all the gauges move. I think that's also supposed to work, but it just doesn't.
Yeah. Interesting.
You're like a kid playing with everything. I like it.
It's interactive.
Do a joystick. Yeah. I got the lame one. It just brings up videos. You see all the rims?
Yeah.
Fit those like wide tires. You can get a model kit of it.
Look at that. That's crazy.
Wonder where they got these from. Or like who loaned it or. See the Roadrunner?
Yeah. Beep beep.
Got some trophies over there. That'd be so wild to drive in that. Look at like the engine and just how like complex it is.
Well, it's so boxy. It's crazy to think how far we've come for this just like big old refrigerator car.
Yeah. Ooh, this one.
This one?
They're all really unique.
The 2D. This one is really cool though.
It's got a fire extinguisher in there just in case.
Always.
It definitely got sleeker, and then you see like the one over there that again it got kind of like almost like futuristic.
Yeah.
The one I like so far would have to be this number 7, this 2D one.
Yeah.
2E's cool. I think the best thing would just be like just seeing how fast you can go on these.
Yeah.
There's a Corvette.
E. That's cool.
Instead of driving go-karts, drive these around.
Yeah.
It's incredible. So it gives you like the whole like start of the 1961, 62, all the way to the 1990s. Yeah. So again, eventually evolved into the Indy cars.
Mm-hmm.
The exhaust. You got all the engines, at least the engine there.
Yeah. This one looks like straight up like.
That looks like Speed Racer's car, right?
Yeah, actually.
Or Actually, maybe the 2D is like Speed Racer car.
Yeah, and then now you have these like really sleek.
Yeah, the Indy cars, and like I said, even like the more advanced of like the F1. I'd love to see an Indy race one day. Like go to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Try on a race car.
I can't.
That is just pathetic.
Hey.
And you even had to remove the steering wheel.
Well, you have to. Anybody has to. But hold that, because I think I'm stuck.
You're stuck.
I'm not stuck, but my butt, like, oh my goodness.
And he put like a sound effect of that, like, what?
My butt is too big for the car. Oh.
I'm curious if I can at least.
Yeah.
See again. For me, a 6 foot. We'll see. Oh.
Warning, it's very narrow. My butt didn't fit.
Yeah.
Your butt doesn't fit in the car either.
I got wide hips. It's almost like you have to be like a race, like a jockey or something like
Yeah.
that. Small.
That's, yeah, very, very narrow.
Well, I want to
seating.
doubt that, like, again, I figured that they would mold that if you're like a bigger dude, but also too, like I said,
I don't know.
like a lot of those IndyCar and F1 cars, like again, they're mostly skinny individuals.
Yeah. They're built for it.
Yeah.
This lady's gonna try.
You got all like the die-cast cars of them.
That's
throughout the
cool.
years.
That'd be
You
cool to
got the
have.
trophies.
Yeah, who needs a regular ass trophy? Get a trophy in the shape of a car.
I like the crystal ones that they've kind of moved into. I was going to put the phone away for the art museum portion of it, but they have shiny rocks.
Geodes are the coolest thing ever.
What is that? Solositite? Out of India? I don't know how you pronounce it. Ooh. Calcite?
Calcite.
Calcite? That's pretty. Quartz.
These ones, I always think the ones that look like little like shatters of glass are really cool. Like this, it almost looks like
Ooh,
ice.
Pyromorphite. Is that little guy down there?
Yeah. This one just looks like ice crystals, just like erupting.
That's from Aurora, Colorado, that guy. I do like, again, just the crystals, all this.
Yeah.
Very cool.
They look very. Just the way they're formed is like they shouldn't look like, they look alien, but it comes from our own Earth.
Oh, pressure and yeah.
But it's crazy how it makes stuff that cool.
Mm-hmm. That one's kind of, outside of like the white stuff on it.
Look at that one.
Ruby within there. Or cornum. Quartz. Ooh, wow.
Amethyst. Yeah, that one, like I said, looks like a bunch of little slivers of shell or something.
It reminds me of like a mess of like scalloped potatoes. Aquamarine.
I just think it's cool, like how little, like,
Yeah,
pops
that
of
little
color.
yeah.
And, yeah. And these ones all spiky.
A lot of them are gifts or loans.
Yeah.
Ooh, fluorite.
That one's cool.
That's really interesting. There's a bunch around us as well too, but
That one's cool. Look at that. That's
that
crazy.
looks
Looks like a
you'd
bunch
run
of
into like on the seafloor.
yeah, or it looks like a bunch of like roses like bunched together.
Feldspar, fluorite.
Malachite. Look at that.
Ooh,
Tanzanite. I love tanzanite.
tanzanite would be that one. The
Azurite.
Azurite.
Azurite and malachite.
That's really beautiful.
I mean, like
The earth is very interesting.
yeah, those are cool. Apparently, Dr. Robert Levinsky has gifted a lot of these. Because his
He's
name.
a rich man out of Dallas.
Yeah, because he had a lot of. That one's cool. It looks like, I don't know, it's like.
It looks like a fruit salad.
That looks like a Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like some of these just don't seem like real. Like it just seems like something
Calcite with the pink.
otherworldly.
Like how that one formed. Big old squiggly.
Another gift from Robert Levinsky. Thank you, Robert Levinsky, for this tour.
Dr. Robert Levinsky.
Doctor. My apologies. Thank you, Dr. Robert Levinsky, for
Crystal
this
from
tour
Pakistan. Very cool.
It's an instrument.
Oh yeah. Like a marimba or something?
Yeah. I'm happy.
Now you're getting into your geodes.
Yeah.
Where's our pyrite? Where's our fool's gold? Fluorite. Seems like it's a lot of it like calcite and fluorite.
Yeah. This one looks like a boot.
Looks like a what?
A boot.
Oh wow, yeah. Das Boot. Texas gold lizard. Texas palmwood. Blue topaz.
Okay, Grandma looks like that this looks like it's gold.
Like a massive geode. Those are just so cool to me. You just have all those little crystals inside a big rock.
Yeah.
And the way it just looks really cool.
Amethyst. More quartz.
Yeah, it looks like someone just took a big old cube of everything and just shoved it all together. And then took some little
There's a copper vein.
There you go. Your pyrite.
Yeah. That's really cool. Interesting how that pyrite's like smoothed down. Like it got really like from the pressure, like just like.
Well, I think some of these might be like people made them. Do you think? Or do you think that's naturally forming?
I think that's naturally formed because that's in the actual like rock.
That is. Well, if anybody knows, let us know. Is that naturally formed? Does it naturally form like that, or did somebody shape it?
It does seem like it's very odd that it's very like box-like, but I feel like pressure could do that to some certain like.
Like I said, if anybody out there knows, let us know.
So there's like a replica, and it looks like they have like outdoor exhibits all amongst. And again, the rocks, as we saw, are like these little pillars. Again, interesting to show like the dates of again when it started and like all the advancements of.
I will say, like, even though us wanting to go to the Presidential Museum was kind of a bust, this was really cool.
Yeah.
Like, I was really impressed with how interactive it was, and just how I mean, they put you can tell a lot of money and care into this.
Yeah, I guess we'll go drive around now because there's oil patch exhibits around. But it looks like, again, as we like have here in the parking lot, like an old West style like wooden one. But it looks like they have real life like replicas, or if not, again, the actual things on display. So.
Yeah.
So here's the oil filled kind of part outside, but definitely not gonna walk it. It's like 100 degrees right now. But
104.
104, but kind of all these things on display. So like in springtime or when it's a little cooler, it'd be like kind of nice to explore around, but
Yeah.
so you're here. Yeah, it's a little windy here.
It's a little windy.
Here in Odessa, but we're here standing in front of the Presidential Archives, I think.
Yes.
It's part of the Ellen Noel Art Museum, which I think that's which they're building. This one here is the what?
Buddy and Shirley West building.
Which again should hold the Presidential Archives, which has all sorts of artifacts of presidents past, portraits, who knows. So
Yeah.
it's free.
It's free.
That's always good. So we'll see what's in there. So we got George Bush Jr. here.
Of course, they're going to highlight a little bit of him because we are in Texas.
Well,
We are
the family
in
is
the
from here.
Family.
Like in Midland.
Midland, yes.
There you go.
We can also visit the old family home at some point.
The pillow from Air Force One. In the, what was that, like, Navy. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He was a young pilot in the Navy. Those glasses are kind of cool. Ashtray. Which
Back when you could smoke on planes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. Original White House brick. A spike and plank board from the original White House. So, oh, okay. Interesting.
Campaign buttons.
Campaign buttons.
Do those even exist anymore? Kind of.
Bumper stickers.
Yeah.
Miss Piggy for president. You have
Who do you think she voted for?
Around what, 60s, 70s? Who knows? Nixon, maybe? That's kind of cool. Like the Mo, Larry, and Curly one.
Oh, yeah.
Clinton is doing the job with ribbon.
Ribbons.
You don't see these as well, too, as ribbons.
Yeah.
William Henry Harrison. Got Eisenhower and Nixon right there. Mm-hmm. Some classics of Grover Cleveland. Cool. They have like a little diagram here. So fortunate that it's not much, but I mean, I'm assuming that, yeah, they're just rebuilding all of it.
Expand upon.
It's bobbleheads. Do you need a Lincoln or a Jackie O bobblehead?
No. I like the Statue of Liberty teapot.
That's cool. And then you got a photo of or at least a Washington Post parrot. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Well, it explains that West Texas artist Lucio Orozco, or I can't say that, Orozco, there we go. So he was a painter.
The President's Museum, a collection of his works of pastel portraits for the first pets. So you're telling me a parrot was like a first pet?
Probably.
That was probably like Theodore Roosevelt's.
I would think so.
Got some Chinese artifacts when Nixon was in China, apparently. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Lincoln's tea service. I wonder how much of this stuff was in like the Smithsonian and then found its way here to like West Texas.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper shakers. Interesting. Do we need that of like our faces on?
No.
Salt and pepper shakers? No.
And of course we have.
Oh yeah, the Bush home also too was moved. Mm-hmm. So where it is like in Midland now, because I think there's like two houses that they were at, was like Odessa and Midland.
I don't know.
But they weren't here for long. Yeah. I know that.
And then you have good old Teddy Roosevelt.
A book by him, African Game Trails, cool.
Of course, you're the founder of the National Park Service.
Yes. Which again, Yellowstone was the first one. Great Adventure by, I'm assuming that's his actual autograph. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and look, underneath it's by John Ben Shepherd or something? Or, Library of John Ben Shepherd. I was like,
All the national parks.
Let's see. Been to Wind Cave. I'm trying to see. Crater Lake. Hey, we've been to Rocky Mountain National Park. Mm-hmm. Where's Yellowstone? Oh, there's Yellowstone with Old Faithful. Been to a few of these on here.
Yeah.
We'll have to go to more.
And then there's
Time
some
Magazine.
articles. Yeah.
Arch National Park. Mm-hmm. Which again, have you been to the one in Utah? Whatever national park, right?
No.
Oh.
I went to Moab, but we didn't go to Arches.
So I thought that was a national park. You got some interesting artifacts here. Mm-hmm. So the highlights from the Presidential Archive, so not the full thing.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be bigger.
Yeah, so it's just little exhibits here for what it looks like, but they're highlighting Ulysses S. Grant. We got a doll of his wife over there for some reason.
I think it was pretty cool. The porcelain.
Oh, the first lady doll collection. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's something my mom would probably be interested in. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, they have like a plaque for like James A. Garfield. Well, when they open up the full archives, it'll be probably nice because they have some interesting things it looks like in there.
Yeah, it was pretty, like I said, for as small as it was, they have interesting things, and I would really like to see the grand things. So stay tuned for that.
It's probably nothing compared to like the Smithsonian, but
hey, for Odessa, Texas, not bad.
It's just interesting that it is here in West Texas.
Well,
we have Shakespeare Theater and this.
There's culture everywhere you look.
Apparently.